Welcome to Monkey and Frank. My name is Do and my body is Dom. And today is another day of sobriety. Doesn't matter what day, but I wanted to share on how my dreams have been coming back, how my appetite has been coming back, because for the first week or so, my appetite was weird. Like I was just not hungry. I actually lost weight, and I'm skinny. I'm already skinny. But the one thing is creativity. Recording these podcasts, it's like I'm running not out of things to say, but it's hard for the creativity and the flow to come, so that I can just talk without any pause or without any interruptions of, I don't know, like there's no creativity. It's really weird. I have to say I miss cannabis a lot. I will do the 30 days just to do my challenge, but I can see now that I do want it in my life, but it has to be in a spiritual, respectful way to the spirits of cannabis and any plant medicine. I noticed that when I was bored, I would think of cannabis and I would go smoke, but that's not a right way. It's not the right way to smoke cannabis. If you are bored, for me, and let's say I went to smoke cannabis, it would actually make me depressed. I noticed that the cannabis, and I'm guessing that's a function of the spirit kind of fighting back and saying, hey dude, you gotta fucking do this right? And it's really cool to see that it was me that was the problem and not cannabis. Cannabis is not the problem. Plant medicine is not the problem. The problem is how you use it. If you are bored, be productive in your life. Go and clean your room. Go and feed your plants. Do something that's gonna make your life grow. And if you do want to smoke cannabis, you have to do it at the right time, at the right place, with the right intentions. And I was not doing that. So when I quit cannabis, I really thought that, as if cannabis was a problem. And it was kind of showing me like I don't like myself and blah, blah, blah. And it turns out that, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that I needed to look at in terms of me not liking my attitude. But I'm noticing now that taking care of my kids, being there for my wife is a lot easier when when I'm not high. I've got a lot more patience, a lot more stability, and I feel good, to tell you the truth. And it's almost the 2-week mark. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I wanted to talk, I'm going to talk about a lot of different random things today because I've got a lot on my mind. And the one thing is death again. Like I have a friend that's quitting cigarettes, and in the Peruvian world, mapacho, the jungle tobacco, tobacco is a master plant. Tobacco, from their point of view, or mapacho, was the plant that showed them how to mix or how to create the brew for ayahuasca, which is chacruna and the ayahuasca plant. So chacruna is the one that has the DMT, and ayahuasca plant is the one that makes it so that you can trip on it, so that your stomach doesn't break down the DMT. I don't know how to say that, but it makes it so that your stomach doesn't break down your DMT, so that the DMT goes in your blood, so that your brain can process it and give you, great insights, the psychedelic experience. At the beginning, I thought, and it's surprising for me that it's ayahuasca that is the master plant and not chacruna. I always thought that ayahuasca was the one with the DMT, but no. And I'm not too sure. I want to study more about master plants, but it's really cool that mapacho was the one that taught them how to do this. So anyways, I've got this friend that was addicted to cigarettes, right? The American cigarettes. And she's quitting, and we've been in contact because I quit cannabis, she quit cigarettes, and we're kind of supporting each other in this sobriety so that we can do our 30-day challenge. But like she was saying, without her cigarettes or tobacco, I'm just going to say tobacco, because tobacco has the nicotine, which is the thing that makes you addictive, but cigarettes has all of the extra bullshit that makes the cigarette not go out and blah blah blah. But tobacco itself was the thing that was making her more creative for writing her books, and now she's saying that she's having trouble. Like she's having trouble writing her books because of lack of creativity. And I was telling her, is it a problem? What is it about the tobacco that you don't like, right? And she was saying, like, the fact that it holds me kind of captive, as if I don't feel like I have a choice, like I need to go smoke it. But what if you would do it the same way as cannabis, right? In a ceremonial way, where you would take the tobacco and then you would go write your book with the intention of creativity, changing the world, or whatever it may be. And then the other part was like, well, my lungs, right? Am I hurting my lungs to the point where one day I'm going to have lung cancer? And it really made me think on, yeah, okay, do you think that you have a choice on how you're going to die? What if you never get lung cancer? Or what if you do get lung cancer? What is the issue here? Are you afraid to die in general? Or are you afraid to die in a specific way? Is there like a better or a worse way to die? And personally, I don't think so. I really, really believe that Mother will take us the way that she wants to take us, no matter what that is. And we just have to, I believe that the more you talk to Mother, the more that you're one with Mother, that you will die the way that you're supposed to die. As long as you don't create blockages inside of you where, you don't play with the frequency and blah, 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 and you allow spirit and love to be in your heart, who cares, It's all about healing your trauma so that when you do plant medicines or whatever, that you're doing it the right way. And that was a big thing. Today I've been talking a lot to Mother inside my inner monologue, and I've been just being grateful over and over again to her wisdom, to her love, to my illusion, to the fact that my body is actually capable of thinking, walking, doing stuff, and I'm not, I'm very blessed in my life currently for all of these things. And she was telling me about the idea that everything is perfect. But the more that I look at the human experience and what we're going through as a society when it comes to the polarization of the left or the right or different ideas, she's telling me, like, life is perfect. You can have the human experience as much as you want, but think of me, talk to me, be there with God, with me, so that we can learn about God together. And I just listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with that guy, and he really painted a pretty bad picture about China, right? China is such a authoritarian, government that it's got its population totally locked down, right? And it does not believe in drugs or in freedom of speech or in awakening, so that awakening in general, right? If they don't see plant medicines for what it is, they're all into pharmaceuticals and, yeah. And that's scary because they are winning. the race, right? Twitter, social media, the way that the algorithm are written is just, polarization sells, fear sells. And it's crazy that that's what we're living in right now. But it's crazy as well that when I'm here and now, I'm with Mother, I'm meeting more and more people that are awakening and becoming aware that spirits exist and that there is a lot more to life than life. There is something after death, and the more that you go towards that, the more that you think about it, talk to Mother, the more that it grows in your heart and you have this love and beauty and craziness that just is erupting. But I'm scared. So the human experience is quite unique, because I'm thinking to myself, who cares, right? I'm gonna die. Maybe one day there's gonna be it doesn't matter how I die. What matters is that I know that I'm not alone, and I feel like I'm not alone. At all time, I'm with Spirit, and it feels great. So the human experience, what is it for? To put in an effort in your life, like right now. I'm not smoking cannabis, and I'm putting in a lot of effort, and it feels good to work towards your life, towards, little things that matter to you, like writing a book or cleaning your house or taking a walk, exercising, being with friends, even to reduce suffering. And one way to reduce suffering is to take action. If nobody takes care of the homeless and nobody says to the government, hey, enough is enough, separate yourself from, China, and let's work with countries that have high standards and human rights and freedom of speech, instead of empowering a country that is the contrary, that imprisons people that speak up, that there is no freedom of speech, that there is no human right. We're buying these phones. Like right now, I'm recording a phone that has probably been built by somebody that is paid like $2 an hour or less. How the fuck can we compete with that, right? But then everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. So weird. It's so confusing, and I love the idea that life is so confusing. There is no right way. There is no perfect government, because inside of us we all have this light and this darkness. What am I expecting the richest people in the world to come and spend all their monies to try to save the world? That's stupid. Of course not, because they're just gonna get poor and they're just gonna get bitter, and it needs to be a united front. And I really feel like the only way that we can unite is through spirituality, through this greater understanding that life, love matters, and that, oh man, I don't know how to express it, but spirituality is so important. That one goal, it's not like my religion, spirituality as a religion. No. If you want to be a Muslim, you want to be Hinduism, Christian, it doesn't matter, man. If fucking the details don't matter, the bigger picture is what matters. The idea that there is a greater being, one, two, many, I don't give a fuck. That if our goal is to reduce suffering, or to have a goal to reduce suffering in everybody, to make everybody less of a loser, to have some social system that's going to say, let's educate people in whatever they want, because the more educated you are, the more knowledge and wisdom that you have inside of your heart. Could be spiritual wisdom, scientific wisdom, any type of wisdom is such an asset to the world, but we have to work together. And how do we do that when we have so many different ideas? Well, we all have that one common idea, and that love is the most important thing there is. Period. And through love will come abundance. So yeah. In this life right now, it is really showing me that the more that I play in this spirituality, meaning the more that I talk to Mother, and the more that I grow my self-love, like towards me, like I turn it around and I say, I need to love myself fully. And when that happens, that's the goal. Seriously, never mind spirituality, self-love. If we can grow self-love in the individual, you know, people are gonna just start making better decisions no matter what. I see it in myself. I'm not trying to change my behaviors. I'm trying to grow my self-love, and the behaviors change automatically. You know? How can I respect my body? Feed it good. And I feed it good, and that's a way to self-love, and it shows. Um, the same with exercise, same with friendship, same with being nice to one another. If I'm not nice to somebody else, well, I know that that person is me, and I'm just being mean to myself. Like I was explaining the other day in the other podcast, every time somebody cuts me off in traffic, and they don't even do it on purpose, even if they're slow, and yeah, when they're slow and and they move out of the way, I'm like, fuck, like good, like get out of my way, you fucking idiot. And then I think to myself, wow, I just called myself an idiot. Really? That person could be scared of driving. That person is actually maybe driving better than I am. Who the fuck am I to call that person an idiot? And as soon as I call the other person an idiot, I feel like an idiot. So it's showing it to me so clearly that self-love and being respectful of, you know, others, even animals, life, the planet, even corporations, you know, the government. If I'd be more positive about the government and actually, you know, giving it compliments here and there instead of finding what I hate about it, yeah, that's one thing I'm realizing right now. When I think of governments, I'm always attributing negative to it. Oh, I don't like what he's doing. Like, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna vote for the other party because fuck that guy because he did some things that I don't like. But what is he doing that I do like? How about we're not concentrating on that? The evil right now of the knowledge that you know, fear, division sells in the newspaper and magazines and in social media. You know, like the guy on Joe Rogan was explaining, you know, if I do a post that is sensible and reasonable, I'm going to get 3 likes. But if I do a post that is controversial or even attacks somebody else, you're going to get thousands of likes, thousands, millions. Because that's the way the human mind is programmed. And I think it's programmed that way because most people are not loving themselves. So I'm really adamant about self-love. Take the time in the morning to just look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself 2 positive, you know, sayings. How do you say that? 2 positive affirmation. And I don't do it enough, but I do it in many different ways. But my wife and my daughter and my son, we've been doing that in the morning because my daughter a month ago was disliking herself. She couldn't look at herself when she was crying, and that broke her heart. That really, really broke her heart. And then after that, we asked her about it, and she's like, I don't like myself. I don't like how I look when I cry. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Cry and love it. So in the morning, we go in front of the mirror and we say like 2 things that we love about ourselves, and we really look at those things like, oh, I like my shoulders today. I like my nose. I like my eyes. I like the way I speak. Whatever it be, anything. Give yourself a compliment. Find something about yourself that is beautiful and that you love, and say it loud and fucking proud. Let's fight this shame through shame resilience. Now when I walk without a shirt, right? Because I want my vitamin D. And I've been so ashamed of my body for so long that I was ashamed to have no shirt while walking outside. It's legal in Ontario, Canada, for men and girls to walk without a shirt and no bra. Like, it's legal here. If you are a girl and you want to have your vitamin D and you want to go outside with your bra, you're totally allowed to do so. If you want to go outside without a bra and have your your breast just flopping, fucking do it, man. Like, no shame. Obviously, you're probably going to cause accidents because men still have that need to, testosterone. Testosterone does that. We get focus and we kind of lose control. Blood goes up to our head, both of them, and then we can't think. So that's something to be, wary about. But other than that, it's fucking legal. Fuck shame, right? So anyway, self-love. I promote self-love. So let's do that. What is a thing that I love right now about my government? They're really progressive and very social. Like, they want globalization right now. My Canadian government, and they're all about anti-bullying and everything. I like it. I like that about them. But yeah, I like that about them. I was gonna say, but if they would have more self-love and courage, they could do it better. But no. I'm happy that my government right now are really on the front line of social justice warrior in a way. I mean, yes and no. One thing about my Canadian government, I like that they support cannabis. Right now it's legal countrywide. I like that we have social health cares. Yeah, it's hard. Like, even now, as I'm trying to find positive, there's so much negative. There's 10 times more negatives that's coming in my mind than positive. And I'm going to switch that around. Yeah, because I want to make a difference. I think that we can make a difference that way. Frequencies, energies, they're real. They're real. And if we continue just focusing on the negative of others while they drive, or in our political system, or neighbors. Like, my neighbor at the front keeps having friends coming over, and the way they park makes it so hard for me to get out of my driveway. Yeah, thank you so much. That is such a good lesson, Mother. And I wouldn't have been able to get it if I wouldn't have recorded this podcast. I thought that, I even said, like, oh, I'm losing my creativity. You know what? Creativity is not even yours to have to begin with. Creativity comes from source. You are not your feelings. You are not your thoughts. You are not this body. Just do the work. Think of Mother and start talking, and you'll see that the magic is going to come. And one of those magic is self-love and love for others. And love for others. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Mother, for this great lesson. Wow, I wouldn't have, I didn't expect that at all. I love those type of surprises. Man, I honor you. I honor you so much. I hope that you get to see God through me. And I hope that I was talking to her today. I was saying, like, because she was saying in the message that we don't really have free will. Like, a little bit of us is free will, right? Most of it is her, and the rest is God. And we have a little bit of free will when it comes to the way we perceive things. Are we going to perceive things with Mother in our heart, or are we just going to ignore and be ungrateful, and where Mother can't come in and see God through us, right? That's a choice that I feel like I have. So I was telling her, like, do you have free will? And she's like, well, I feel like I have free will, but who knows, right? That God's plan is so mysterious and so vast and so grand that, for her, it's going to take whatever a lifetime is for a great mother is, until the entire universe, I guess, dies out. I'm not sure. But we were having fun going back and forth. And the idea that she has work to do, and she's doing the work through us, and we have work to do, and we do it through our children and our pets and our energies. And it's insane how we're all interconnected. Her, me, God, you, everything. We are one. And people see it all the time when they do psychedelic. I was watching on YouTube a 24-hour whatever stream of famous people talking about their psychedelic experience, and it was hilarious. But in general, we are one. I am. That I am statement is so real. I am. I am everything. I am love. I am wise. I am safe. I am blessed. I am courage. I am not this body. I am. I am. I am. I am. So thank you for that. It's so cool. And also, while I was walking, I was really proud of myself for doing. When I walk now, it's so cool. I take deep breaths every single time. Like every single breath is deep and full, and I stay at the top until I feel like I'm ready to let it go. And then I let go, and then I go back to the top, and I stay there, and I let it go. So as I'm doing my walk, I don't have my phone, I don't have my any music. I'm just here and now, and I look. I'm not in my mind. I'm not thinking of the future. I'm not thinking of the past. I'm just here and now. I'm using my ears and my eyes, and I talk to Mother, I guess. Well, today I did, anyways. Often I'm just here and now, as if I'm doing a meditation, but I really concentrate on my breath, the full breath in, and then I let go. Full breath in, and then I let go. And it feels so good. And now it's becoming an automatic thing. If I'm not talking or if I'm not recording or whatever, I'm always breathing like that. And I'm so proud of myself. It's like something that I've trained, and it really makes it like one with the here and now. I don't think I would be able to be here and now without that breath. If you want to be here and now, I think you need to master the breath first. And I took it for granted because I did the Wim Hof breathing for now over 9 years, and fully in, let it go. That's Wim. He's in my soul. I hear him all the time. But he taught me how to breathe properly. And I saw it when he was on a podcast with Joe Rogan. He's always breathing like that as well. Although he's doing a lot of talking lately since he's been so popular and doing podcasts everywhere, that I think he's forgetting to, even now, like as I'm recording this podcast, it's so difficult to take a full breath in and then talk, and then full breath in and talk, because I'm flowing. It's weird. I don't even feel like I'm breathing. I'm just talking. But I really believe that if you want to achieve silent mind, which I call samadhi, I think Hinduism calls it samadhi, the breath is the number uno thing. And then after that is just concentrating on your eyes and your ears and I call it the third eye, and Mother. If you can connect your breath to your third eye, to your heart, and create a triangle, and inside that triangle is Mother, that's boom. It disappears. All the inner monologue goes away. It's the coolest thing. And I've been like that for over 8 months now. Or maybe more. I stopped. I don't even know, man. All I know is that I'm super proud of myself. And this proudness is generating a self-love that I've never had before. Like never. I've never felt this love or this amount of self-love. And it's crazy because the more self-love that I'm creating inside myself, the more I'm noticing that my face is changing. All of the lines that were ugly, I guess, are gone, or I'm finding myself good looking more and more. I can see in my face, like in the mirror, like, holy shit, man, your body is changing, your face is changing. It's crazy how much self-love will actually change you physically, and it will change your reality all around you. Your illusion, everything that's going on around you will just be better. And it's so crazy. Who would have thought? Like, I can't believe that there's no signs on the road everywhere that would say, like, have you told yourself a compliment today? Have you taken the time, 5 minutes, to breathe and to maybe, something to grow your self-love? And it's so much about money, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, money is so necessary for life. I'm not gonna judge life for, like, even like I was saying, if I keep thinking of negative for my government and everything, I'm not concentrating on the right thing. Everything has its positive, everything. And when you live life with Mother in your heart and you see the positive in everything, boom, like the illusion changes. My body is changing. Like, it's crazy. My shoulders are back. My head, the hump that I had in my neck is gone. Like, I'm standing tall and proud. Oh yeah, like I was saying, when I walk with no shirt, I'm saying hi to people. Like, as they're walking, I'm looking in their eyes with love, with honor. Like, I'm allowed to grab my vitamin D. I'm allowed to walk without a shirt. Why the fuck am I ashamed? I'm allowed to have this concave chest thing. I'm allowed to be ugly. And that's cool, you know? And more, I'm not ugly. So it's weird. It's like a fucking paradox. But anyways, when I walk with my head high, I can tell that everybody that passes me, like, I'm cheering them up. Like, I see their smile. I see their... It's crazy. Like, it's absolutely crazy. So please take the time. I love you. Okay? You are beautiful and you are enough. And I really want you to start believing it, because it's so fucking true. Like, it's so true how you are enough. Anybody, even the asshole that sometimes I feel like I think like, oh, like I said, my neighbor or whatever. Bullshit. He's fucking awesome. Like, no matter what. My wife, fucking awesome. Everybody. And if ever I have a bad day and I have trouble seeing that, well, hopefully there's going to be spirituality and mother. It's going to come back and say, dude, what are you doing? That's not helping anything. I am love. Think of me. We're going to do this together. You are not alone. Okay, that's one thing as well. I hope you can find inside of you that, your thoughts are not you, and that way it's going to make it so that you don't feel alone. You're not alone. You're never alone. Even when you die, you think that you're alone. You're not. As soon as you die, you're going to be reunited with everybody, because everybody lives inside of you. You are the universe. And that's my soul brother Zam told me that on the Thursday in Peru. And it's so true. Like, we are all the universe. Everything lives inside of you. So please, you are not alone. Close your eyes. Say hi. I am love. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Wow, I can't believe what I went through in this podcast. It totally caught me off guard. I would have never thought that I would have had these realizations. It's like I'm doing a psychedelic, but I'm totally sober. Whoa. Man, Monkey and Frank for life. Monkey and Frank for life. I love that too, because when I die, that's it. Everything that I was attached to in this life will just be gone. I'm so okay with that. Oh, that's another thing I was thinking of before I leave you guys. When I die, I was thinking like, oh, am I going to be the person, or when I die, am I going to be like, oh, no, I'm not, I didn't say bye to my daughter, or let's say because of an accident. And I'm like, no, because on the other side, time doesn't matter. So I will be, she lives inside of me, so I'm really excited and looking forward to the day that I die and be like, all right, let's go do this, let's go see God, but like with such an enthusiasm and a positive attitude. And I was imagining, I had a vision of like, God, like on the other side after I'm dead, like, do you allow me to be like, almost like, do you allow me to scream? It's like, do whatever you want here. And when he told me this, it's like I opened my eyes on the other side, as if I became another being, like I captured everything, the entire universe, and I put it inside of myself, and I became one with it, and then I opened my eyes as the universe. And that was a cool vision. Thank you, Mother, for showing me that, or God. I mean, both of you are one, and I really hope that, again, hope, because I love you so much, Mother. I love you so much. I want you to see God through me. Again, want. So sorry. I'm so excited. Anyways, love you guys. Have a great evening. and love you forever and ever and ever. You are me. I am love. You are love.